Pledge allegiance to the
to the
flag
flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Kathy Altense.
Here.
Melinda Cook.
Here.
Joy Sellers is absent. Kevin McElwain. Patrick Sellers.
Here.
We do have a
We
quorum.
have a quorum. All right, the first order of business is the approval of minutes for the February 6, 2023 meeting. And a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
All righty. Motion by Alderman, second by Cook. Please take a look at the minutes if you haven't done so already. Are there any questions on the minutes? All righty, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is approval of bills payable. And a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Cook, second by Alderson. Take a look at the bills payable. If you have any questions, please let me know.
With approval of the bills.
Yes, one bill's payable right now. So, please take a look.
Any questions so far?
Any questions on the bills payable? Madam
Bless
Clerk,
you.
please call the roll.
There we go. Let's see. Altense.
Aye.
Cook.
Yes.
McElwain.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passes. Okay. The next order of business is the approval of Resolution 23 TR01, participation by elected officials in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund. Any motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderson, second by
Bless you again.
McElwain. What this is our participation, Maida and I,
Can I get a copy of that?
and you didn't get a copy.
I sent it to you in your email.
You know, I must have missed it.
Do you have an extra copy?
I do.
Okay. So that's Maida's and I participation in IMRF.
Thanks.
Just make sure I get a copy of it back.
Oh, I'll get right
Because I
back
have to put it in my book.
Promise. So did I need a copy of this, Barb, since I'm already...
No, he
Getting
just,
my
he said he
retirement?
didn't get it, evidently might not have printed it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just printed the minutes out here.
Yeah, because I sent it
Yes.
with everybody.
Okay.
Just for you and Maida, though,
Mhm.
right?
That's right.
So,
Employees are required to participate.
right. And it's really worth participating in.
What are we doing with this? Voting on it?
Yes. We have to have the board's
We do
approval.
this every 2 years.
Yep, every
We've
2
done
years.
it twice before, at least.
Yes.
So only who qualifies for it then? Meta and.
This is because they're elected officials.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
Our
got it.
employees automatically are required to
Right.
participate.
Got
So
it.
every 2 years, we have to pass a resolution saying, yes, the elected officials can participate.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And
gotcha.
after 8 years, you're vested, so,
Okay. Got it.
as an employee, and then,
Right.
Okay.
so I'm already collecting.
So that's the reason why we have this resolution on the agenda for the board's approval.
All right. Was there a change or something that's requiring it for, like, elected, was there a change at some point that required elected officials to have to?
That's been going on for years. I've
Okay.
had
Yeah.
to put this
What's the
in.
question?
Was there
Several years.
was there a change that prompted this right here to come
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a court case about 6, 7 years
Yeah.
ago in which it was decided that after that court case, that they would put on the record officially every 2 years that the elected officials can participate.
Okay.
Because the money's deducted from their checks.
Before
Gotcha.
taxes.
Well, yeah,
Before taxes.
I'm not sure about that one. So.
That's how it was. 20%.
Yeah, no, just curious question, because I know, like, you know, employees are automatically in,
Mhm.
but elected officials, you have to have the resolutions.
Elected officials can opt out, and then all of a sudden,
Right.
the court's decision indicated the board should actually say that, yes, they can participate.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to participate since I'm already retired.
Right.
Right.
You'd have to give up your current monthly pension payment, the $15,000 or so you receive a month.
No.
Okay, no, I'm good. I just wanted to sort
All
that
right.
out. That's all.
Everybody's got any more questions on this?
Nope.
No? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
McElwain,
Aye.
Aldency,
Aye.
Cook,
Yes.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
The next order of business is the discussion and approval of the audit proposal. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Did you guys get a copy of the audit proposal?
I did.
No.
I did copy that.
You
I
did not get a
did copy
copy of
that.
that.
Wait,
Thank you.
yes, in my email. I'm
You can-
not,
you
not in
can-
my stack
You
here.
can look at that right there. So what's going to stick out like a sore thumb?
It is a little bit higher.
Yes.
12, maybe 12 last year?
No, I think it was
It
8.
was like 8 or
'Cause
was
I-
it 8 or something? 8 or was it 12? Yeah. Yeah.
That's curious.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's an email attached explaining.
Yeah, I read that. I mean,
Take a look. It's underneath there.
I mean, at the end of the day,
There's no, look on the back of that.
they
There
have
it
to
is.
two-sided. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we know everyone is having to increase their fees and prices on stuff. So
Mhm.
I mean,
That's quite a jump.
it is a big jump. I mean, unless there's a desire to, I mean, clearly they've been doing I would, because we just switched to the new software,
Mhm.
and they're kind of familiar with before and after, it is a jump, but I think because of that, there's value keeping them for this year to go through that transition.
Mhm.
Maybe next year, we maybe just get a couple quotes, because we'll be over that hump of that transition from the old system to
Yeah,
the new
that's
system.
true.
So maybe my guess is if we went out for quotes, we'll probably get comparable pricing, but just for due diligence sake, I think we take the hit this year because of the change in software. We might be paying a little bit more than the market, possibly, but what we're getting for it is worth it, because they try to put Meta through, or they try to put Liz and Meta through having to explain that to a new accounting firm, and that would just probably just make their lives a little bit more difficult unnecessarily. But then maybe next year we're looking for some other quotes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if we start looking soon enough to where we can start having, if we do decide, we can start having that dialogue back and forth explaining the system and all that to the, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, this is February,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe October of next year, maybe start looking, get some other quotes and see what some other firms are charging. That gives a good couple months to get quotes, take a look at them, see if it's apples to apples, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But my guess is that I would think they're pretty familiar with what the market pricing is, and I hope they wouldn't try to gouge us, but
Because like if you read this, what they're like, well, it could have been even more. But you got clerk books, so now it like, whereas initially that was like the idea of that, right, was to save money and make auditing easier and cleaner or whatever. And it's saying, had you not have done that, it would be basically double the price of what it was last year. 50%.
It's almost double now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, it's saying it would have been $18,000 to $20,000, and it's saying that, but then it's also saying that it's less work now than it was before, which is like a weird thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Like,
it's an
we're
oxy.
increasing the
Yes.
price significantly, but also we're doing
less work.
less.
Less work.
Yeah, we're
And
less,
it's
getting less
easier
for
for us.
more money.
The one other thing, just like on inflation, like, is this a scarcity issue? What is causing the inflation in this scenario? I'm not seeing necessarily
either.
an explanation.
Well,
Kind of an
what you guys need to
oxymoron.
understand is this. If you keep reading in there, they're talking about other standards that have been put on them by the federal government, which causes them to have to get different software. One thing a company is not going to do is absorb too much cost on their own. They're going to pass that cost on to the consumer.
Sure.
That's just the nature of business. So I understand what you're saying. And because that was a significant jump, when Liz showed it to me, I was like, what? So, yeah. So, but ultimately, it is the board's decision. We need to decide, because we're going to have the audit coming up here pretty soon. And one thing I do not like
Relish.
is being late on an audit. I'm not going to be late on an audit. That's what I'm not going to do. So we're not going to do that. So we need to decide what it is we want to do.
I think Calvin and Melinda brought up really good points on why this is happening and how we move forward with it.
Here's a question: is there room for negotiation?
I was thinking that. Yeah, I was wondering that.
Well, we can always try,
All they can do is say no.
right? We can always try.
Or like,
When's the latest that this has to be passed?
I don't know. I have to find out from Liz.
Can it be laid over till the next meeting?
It's just sounds going to have to be.
Okay.
So, and we can try and negotiate price. We can do that.
Do we need a motion though, Mike, to do that?
More than likely, we
Laid
will.
To authorize negotiations.
And to lay this over
To
until.
lay it over,
Yeah.
to postpone it.
To postpone.
You definitely have to do it.
Okay. So,
You definitely need a motion to postpone.
okay.
After you have to have a main motion on the floor.
Right.
Motion to approve, motion to reject, one or the other, and then you move to postpone.
We've had the motion to approve, now we need the motion to postpone.
Postpone, correct.
All right, I'll move to postpone.
Okay.
Second.
In the meantime, I will.
Postpone
see if I
until
can-
March 6th? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that means emails will have to go out real quick.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have no problem doing that.
This should be a simple conversation.
Right, it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'll ask. Believe you me, I'm going to
Yeah,
ask.
To say it's something you can do in this pricing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, God, we've been using them a long time.
Yes.
You know.
also government, like it's,
We're.
it's like, you know, how schools get
Yeah.
tax-free,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we are a government entity, and that is a pretty huge jump. So, yeah, if there's anything that could be.
Okay.
You wanna- We need to vote.
To postpone.
Yeah, you.
He made a motion.
We got a
and she
second?
seconded, we just need.
Oh, we didn't vote.
Okay, well, do we do a voice vote, Mike, or do we?
Vote's fine.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, we will postpone until March 6th, and we'll reconvene on that
Like
again.
Linda was saying, we might be some negotiating in there.
Yeah, it could be some wiggle room. Hey, who knows? We
Go
can
for it.
we can definitely give it a shot. All right, the next order of business is assessors
Never
report.
take the first price off.
Didn't they forget something?
Yeah,
Who?
you forgot the supervisor's
Your
report.
supervisor's report.
No, I didn't forget it. Where is it at?
It's not. It's
Well,
not
why
on it.
didn't somebody tell me? I sent this thing out 2
Relax,
weeks
Barb.
ago, nobody
Relax,
told me.
Barb. Relax. Supervisor's report. It's on here, right? So, it's not on here. So,
There's a
Do,
gap.
do I have to have a?
It's a regular meeting, you can talk about whatever you want at a regular meeting.
Okay, so I can say supervisor
Yes, you
report.
can.
All right, now supervisor report, and I don't have
There.
anything to say. I'm going to hand this out. This is our expenditure of the budget report. I'm going to hand this out. Okay, here you go.
I'm sorry because I
you go.
went down the line, you know, and I
you
gotta
go.
We
I
all-
gotta
We all missed it.
gotta be
Here
a
you
little
go.
bit more careful.
There you go.
Here
Did you get it?
you
I
go.
can get it. That's
All
not,
right.
that's not just on you, Barb. We all missed that.
Right, where it's all good. Okay, so you guys take a look at the expenditure budget report, and we are at 61% of our total budget right now. So, right?
About 22 or 23% of the fiscal year out.
Right.
Well, the special diets line looks really good.
I'm looking at 33,000 remaining in grant programs.
Mm-hmm.
That could be something.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just
And
give
also,
that
I
to
just
the?
like always want to see the, not to be just blowing money, but I
Right.
always want to see program like the shelter and rent and
Mhm.
all that higher. More spending. More spending.
More
on,
spending. Okay.
on general assistance generally,
Mhm.
because it's there, because it's in the budget.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Have you seen an increase in general assistance requests with the, since the cost of stuff is going up so high? And I mean, has there been an increase like?
What with
He's
the
looking at
inflation?
ya.
Normal increase.
What we've seen and an increase in is people needing help with their rent.
Like the emergency.
Yes, and people are calling in with help with rent and just helping to keep a roof over their head.
Okay.
That's what we're seeing because our landlords have raised their rents pretty
Well-
high. So
Especially if utilities are included in their rent.
and
Somebody's got to bounce off of that.
you know, so we
Or also like
We see
even
that.
if rent isn't going up, groceries cost literally double what they cost last year.
Mhm.
Yes.
So like if you used to have enough money for food and groceries, like for house and groceries, now you don't because
So-
wages haven't doubled
no
Very true.
no they
Very
haven't.
true.
So
I don't see.
unless you're in certain industries. It appears
right.
some things. It's like maybe.
But I am looking for this to hit.
Okay.
It's going to hit. And I'm watching closely. We're all watching closely. It's going to hit. You have other agencies that are helping, but as their funds start running out, it's gonna hit.
Okay.
And so we're in preparation for it because we know that it's. Oh, you just hold on a second. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's gonna hit. So.
All right.
All right. Are there any more questions on this expenditure of the budget report, trustees? Okay. The next order of business is the assessor report. Since the assessor is not here, the next order of business is trustees report. Trustees, please indulge me. No?
Oh, I don't have anything.
No?
I hope anybody that is having trouble with NICOR or ComEd go on pay the same amount all year round. Since NICOR has through the roof.
Yes.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the 14 years I've lived in my house, it's
Mm-hmm.
never, it's more than doubled.
Yeah.
We're sitting there with blankets on and stuff. But renters
Mm-hmm.
that, want to keep up with it, go on that monthly plan. I finally did last month, and I might not like it this summer, but
Helps you out now.
Right.
it'll help me out next winter.
All right. Anything else, trustees? The next order of business is public comments. Any public comments? Any other business coming before the town? Seeing that there is none, I entertain a motion to adjourn until Monday, March 6, 2023 at 4:30 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.